What's up, folks, and welcome back to Dyce Reacts, where we are staying in London, England tonight. Oh yeah, we are going to be checking out Ukrainian soldiers reveal dark truth about this old British armored vehicle. Very much so, checks one out. We ain't going to waste no more time. We're just going to get right into it, folks. We're going to get right into it. Oh yeah.
Welcome back, everyone. Thanks to the 24th Separate Mechanized Brigade, today we have the opportunity to see Spartan armored personnel carriers and speak with the people who fight using this already legendary type of armored vehicle for Ukraine. It's small, compact, and neat. Let's put it that way. Yes, that's right. And it's actually one of its advantages. It can maneuver, hide, for example, under a tree and already be protected. Especially nowadays when enemy aerial reconnaissance is active, it's important to hide, and hide again, and try to approach positions unnoticed, carry out missions unnoticed, unload troops unnoticed, and evacuate our fighters unnoticed. This is our main task. It can reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour depending on the road conditions. Of course, if there are major potholes, it's different. But in extreme situations, it won't let you down. Its suspension allows it to handle terrain so well that when you get into a regular car afterward, you wonder why the road feels so bad. Because on the Spartan, it felt smooth. The suspension works perfectly. It uses wheels with torsion bar suspension. They're rubber-coated too, which is another advantage. It runs quietly without the metal-on-metal clanging noise.
Yeah, I was about to say about the noise factor. I wonder how quiet it is. That's amazing for a vehicle that big. Damn.
Another advantage. It runs quietly without the metal-on-metal clanging noise. The tracks themselves have rubber pads and the wheels are also rubberized. You can really feel it. They're soft but durable. As long as you don't recklessly hit, say, a railway crossing at high speed, the rubber holds up very well. When you notice the rubber is worn out, of course, it needs replacing. It's important to maintain proper track tension. A British instructor who trained us on Spartans advised a simple method to check the tension. You don't always have a measuring tape in inches or centimeters handy, and since the machine is British-made, some parts use inch measurements. The standard crew, according to British regulations, is 3 people, but in practice, we usually operate with 2 people. And when on missions, our scouts join us, effectively becoming the 3rd crew member. They act as navigators because they know the terrain. Later, once we know the route, we can operate independently. As a driver mechanic, you sit here under this hatch, and next to you sits the gunner, the person responsible not only for shooting but also for assisting in loading and other tasks. If needed, the gunner can also take the controls if, for example, the driver is injured. According to the manual, the frontal armor is rated to withstand 14.5mm rounds. We haven't tested it ourselves, but because of the armor's slope design, it should theoretically cause rounds to ricochet. Additionally, the engine and gearbox provide extra protection for the crew.
Watching this, and you know what it reminds me of and who it reminds me of? If you guys guess a character from a game, I'm not going to say as it, but just the whole feel of it and just what it can do and the performance-wise, it has all the qualities of this character. Damn, this is like the real life character.
Depending on where the shot hits. Another advantage of this vehicle is the ease of loading and unloading troops and supplies. We pack supplies into bags for easier carrying since we can't drive right up to frontline positions. The Spartan can seat up to 8 soldiers, not including the crew. When we first opened it up, people were skeptical about the space, but the 24th Brigade reconfigured the interior themselves, creating significantly more room. Originally, it was designed for a 3-man crew and 4 troops. The main criticism was that it wasn't very spacious. But after our modifications, it can carry more. It feels like a small stadium inside. Sometimes we even manage to evacuate 12 to 13 people at a time when returning from missions without supplies on board. I remember once we had a badly wounded scout, weighing almost 196 kilograms with gear, and we managed to fit him lying down comfortably, not even on a bench. There are also top hatches, but their seals have worn out over time, so we siliconed them for better protection against rain. The vehicles aren't museum pieces. They're actively used in the field, and everything has been modified for practical use. You can feel the heart and soul put into these modifications by the 24th Brigade. The Spartan can also be armed. It can carry different types of weaponry. The 24th Brigade mounted the best available option, a Browning .50 caliber 12.7mm machine gun. It's every soldier's dream to fire it. However, a clear drawback is the lack of internal gun control. The gunner must expose themselves above the armor to fire, making them vulnerable.
This is true.
Also, reloading the Browning.
Yeah, because I was thinking about that as well. In today's modern affairs, I don't think a soldier has to expose himself like that in the open, where he's an available target to the enemy. So I was wondering about that aspect as well.
Combat is quite difficult. The gunner must unlatch the box, rotate it, pull it out, and install a new one, all while under fire. Thanks to everyone for trusting us to test the legendary Spartan.
Now, for those of you who got it correct, the real-life character is Twisted Metal Ball Minion. Oh yes, everything about it, what it can do, just the whole outlook of this beast right there reminds me of Minion. Because for those of you guys who have played Twisted Metal 4, when you're in Minion's level, you're running low on the life supply. Machine gun fire is also a threat to you. Minion is so huge, he's so quiet right there. You just sometimes see him appear behind you, or you're going to see that ice heading your way, that ice with the homings heading your way, and it's too late. You're frozen in time, man. And the way that I've seen this machine rolling and the speed of it reminds me of Minion, and it's so quiet just the same way. And this is in real life, so it's amazing how they could achieve that amount of size, power, endurance. I can imagine when this came out, man. This is so fantastic because you could really come out of situations that are really dangerous because of the speeds. The only downside to it, and I thought of it as well before he said it, the soldier is exposed at the top with the machine gun fire. I mean, with technology we have today, no one has to expose themselves like that on top of vehicle to try to get enemies, and and face the enemies. There's enough technology that someone could be inside and use that machine gun fire without exposing themselves to the enemy. So I would say this is the only drawback. If I have to look at one like immediate drawback, I would say this is definitely it, and it's a major drawback to have your soldier exposed like that there. To me, it's so dangerous, man. And I don't know if there's an upgrade currently. I don't know how old this one is, but you guys hit me up in the comments. How old is this one, and is there an upgrade to it? Definitely, I would still love to have one like that if I'm in combat. Most definitely. If you want to see that long shot and outro that I do, hit me over on Dyce Reacts. We have the music reactions. This is where I'm gonna be making my exit until next time. Peace out.